Let me do like my son say. He say, close the door to your backgrounds when you're doing videos, ma. That's how young people, you can always learn from the young. But what's up, Morpheus? What's up? Yeah, that old bum said that he wants to screw my husband. Oh, it's supposed to be a joke? No, men, it's a certain amount of activity, or things that men can say, because I've said things just to my sisters that came out the same mother. My mother never had C-section, so she pushed us all out. And I was the last one, as they call the mistake baby, the baby that wasn't wanted, was trying to get. I wasn't the love baby, but that makes me even feel more special because she confessed that, and it ended up I was the one that had to take care of her, and she didn't need bathing or anything. I was her right hand, her left leg, her right leg. She was woman enough. I just wish she was alive, because guess what? We do videos together. She was my best friend, Morpheus, and I'm dedicating this just to you. I just read your comment. And Morpheus, just from the look of your face, oh, how do you know that's really him? That could be, no, I feel that it really is you. You're a man of integrity. You're a man that if you say something, you flow with it. If you feel this way, you go with it. And I really feel that's you. Because how can you tell on social media? Oh, excuse me for playing in my hair, but this is my real hair. I had my niece put some blonde in here. This is when she did it the other day, and then I had her come over another day because she does my hair for free, and she has her own shop, but she will do it. I got a little blonde back here now, so this is my real hair. Not trying to explain nothing to you, Morpheus, to anybody, but Morpheus, I highly respect you. Your picture, if you fake, you got me fooled like a mug, because your picture says it all. And if that picture is not you, that person whose picture that you're using, and I'm not disrespecting you, Morpheus, commands respect, integrity, and you believe in what you believe in, and your yay is yay and your nay is nay. But Morpheus, speaking to you, yeah, he said that he wanted to have sex with my husband. Okay, I know how men can joke. I've seen, I love Saturday Night Live, but here lately I don't watch it because they're on some other stuff here lately. I've been watching Saturday SNL since I was a little girl, turned on to it by my older sisters. When John Belushi and, who was it? They say hamburger, 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 making fun of foreigners. No disrespect, but they were making fun of Arab people, I think. They dressed up in these plaid looking pants and shirts. They say hamburger, 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 Pepsi, Pepsi. If you don't believe me, just people can look it up, because I'm quite sure I'm older than you, Morpheus. But thank you for your comments. But I saw, I even noticed you on Slap a Don segment, because that's how I first became to even know of your face, was through Slap a Don, who is a real trill guy. And what amazes me about Slapper, he can do what he do, be who he is, and still get paid. And that's why so many are jealous of him, such as him or Tommy. They have their own formats, their own segment, not blowing smoke, she's trying to win brownie points. No, there are so many cool people over there. Even, I don't know if you are a moderator, but the moderators, they don't, I can come on there and say, shut up, Slapper. In some people's live chats, Jad alone, blam, you blocked, because they're sensitive. But everybody on there, like, let them speak what they want to speak. I don't know what he tells people if you become a moderator. I never wanted to be a moderator, and I still don't. Even on my own, I plan on doing live chats. But right now, I've been through James Gordon, a very good man that I respect. And I just know that of him as James Gordon, but I never knew when I did that promo. I said, hey, James, you could use me. It shocked me. And what was so funny, I say spiritually because I'm a very spiritual person, not saying good or bad. You could be spiritually negative or positive. But I was just like, let me go over here and see what James Gordon talking about. I never went over there to see was he going to use my video. I never thought he would use it. And and he said, he responded immediately. He said, wow, Donna Martinez, you and your husband, bless that. And I'm thinking, like, I told my husband, he said, wow, that's something. Because my husband is getting more familiar with YouTube because he was just like me as a newcomer. He still uses it for music to this day. He likes listening to gospel music, inspirational music, and sports because he's a sports fanatic. My husband, before I even met him, he embarrassed me so bad one time when my son was like 12. They were having a father's competition of basketball. Now, all these men held full-time jobs, very good jobs in the neighborhood we used to live in. No disrespect, like saying, oh, we so rich. Oh, I'm coughing like L-bum. But I don't claim larynx cancer like he has in his voice box while he's talking crazy. The very same mouth that he talks out of is going to be the very same thing that he gets cursed, that he has been cursed in, even from licking on children. Yeah, he's going to die. I'm not a witch. I'm not wishing it. But he will die soon. We're never meant to live forever. But he's going to die soon. And it's going to be somebody going to let you know where they can go look up the death certificate if it takes me after I retire this week, if I don't go back for 2 more weeks. But still, I'm going to have connections to find out. This is what's going on with L-Bum. He just got prosecuted, or he just this and that. He is serving time now. He's going to serve time, no matter how much he tries to show his face and say this and that. But if I don't know about these men, but I don't follow. But it's funny. I don't know unless the men delete his comments. He messes with women. And he's a thirsty whore for women. He falls in love over the internet. Love is where you find it. I've heard of people finding love in all the strange places and end up being together for a lifetime. You never know where you can find love. But this nigga with a herpes on his lip, why they giving Usher the shit? No, they need to give L-Bum the shit. Why he talks shit with a herpes on his fucking lip. A herpes on his motherfucking lip. And Morpheous, I just want to say this to you. Thank you for your comments. You don't have to come over here if you don't. But I respect you. Your picture, if you're not really real, no disrespect. The picture commands, it says integrity and respect. But I'm going to, for the person, and I'm not disrespecting you, Morpheous. Please don't think I'm trying to kiss your ass or blow smoke up your ass or discredit you for being who you are. But I feel that you are who you are. And what I feel you are, you're real. You're just real. And it's just really, I'm honored because that face that I used to look at and read his comments on Slap of Dawn, I used to be like, that's a real bro. Like James Gordon say, bro, bruh, and bruh-ettes. Bruh, but James Gordon got a payday coming from me. I have started making checks. Somebody discovered me. He put a link on Twitter, and then he used a video introducing Tommy's video with Tyra. I was so outdone because Tommy is somebody that I look up to. And I don't get mad at Tommy. It's some women, they get mad at me. I've had men follow me. You're a coon, you're this and that. Because I agree with things he say. Or if I said LOL before I had a picture or a thumbnail, I got attacked. Tommy, and I don't have to lie. I can put it on my grandchildren. He was the first person that I inherited trolls from his channel. I didn't know it was that serious. And then from B Vlogs, I learned about the black sector. I didn't know what I was getting myself into, but I'm not part of it. I'm just Donna standing on an island by herself. Donna Martinez on an island by herself, just by myself. I don't need nobody to stand up for me or put up with me or nothing. You view what you view, and I'm not monetizing, not bragging, not saying I'm rich. I do it for therapy because doing the job that I do, Mr. Morpheous, I've said it so many thousands of times. It's been very therapeutic. When you've seen the atrocities and the spoils of war, I'm going to keep using that saying. The atrocities of war, of seeing children being abused and misused. I don't take kindly to child molesters. I don't care if you got molested and you continue. Because if you got molested and you know how it feels, then it should stop with you. It shouldn't continue. And this fucker, this fat ass motherfucker, whose hips, see, bigger than mine. Like I explained on the last video, bigger than mine. I got these little hips. and not trying to act like, oh, she's so sexy, she thinks she's fine. No, I don't think I'm fine. I'm 53 years old. I just use moisturizer. I wear hair hats. This is my real hair right here. I had this added the other day by my niece. She put a little blonde back here, and there's some more back there. But the rest is black. This is my real hair. It's not a wig. Because I have kinky curl from my heritage, I used to wear relaxers. I used to be platinum blonde. No disrespect or just trying to say, oh, she does. Yeah, I used to be a stripper, but I wasn't in that age of like Players Club. I was a stripper that didn't do drugs and didn't turn tricks with men. I did. I went by the tag name, Good and Plenty. I have videos, but you have to really, they'd have to be revised. I have videos that's like reel to reel. There are some people that have my pictures that I have autographed, and I didn't have that much. If you think this is little, well, if anybody call it little, that's how little I was then. I was like, but I never got on drugs. I never did the boom boom room and went and did anything X-rated or anything. But L-Bum, he's a pervert. And all that talking that fucking men and what he said about Tommy Sotomayor's daughter, that's what started my antennas, my discernment antennas. I'm gonna turn my hat this way now. My discernment antennas of him being a pedophile. Because when he said that, I heard nothing but pedophilia. I said, is it true? What am I hearing? Is this true? Next year, prove right. I was calling him a pedophile. If anybody got any of my videos, since the video he pulled up of me going to the movies with my husband, and he was singing to me, really? Dude, I'm going to continue to do parodies or whatever I feel. But dude, you're not that important that I'm going to save videos or pull up videos of you. I don't care if your butt is shaped like a raisin or whatever. Dude, I don't try to make it look like, oh, my husband got it going on. I'm supposed to feed my husband. I'm supposed to be submissive to him. I'm supposed to obey my husband. I'm supposed to feed him. I'm supposed to wash his clothes. I'm supposed to be his backbone. I'm supposed to be his helpmate. I'm supposed to be equally yoked with him. There's no bragging or acting like, oh, my husband got it so good. And he's home right now. He's eating his dinner because he came home before I left, and I had put his food in the microwave. I said, dang, babe, you beat me. I said, you hungry? He said, you know it. My husband's hungry. I know how much to serve him. Now, when I'm about to leave, I know he's going to fix another plate. But the thing is, we have both agreed less fast food and more home-cooked food, because people putting period blood, all this stuff, and then we don't know what we buying when we call it fresh food. But Morpheous, thank you for coming over here. And yes, L-Bum Roachstott is a pedophile. He is a perverse man. And, you know, I'm not trying to go so biblical, but the Bible says a man shouldn't even spill his seed on the earth, on the ground. This man continually jacks off. He has messed with women. He chooses the women that they'll have very, very low IQs, where they can be talked out of it, or they can be sexed out of it. And I'm sorry, I'm a woman, but I just don't believe his sex is so off the hook that he can make me say, you molested my son and my daughter and my grandkids. Okay, baby, you made me come. Therefore, I'll drop charges. Those are some slow, dim-witted women. That's why I think Benton Harbor water need to be checked like Flint's water. I really believe it, because I kid you not. I'm being a woman that my mother is from Louisiana. We rolled through Benton Harbor. I mean, when you go past, you see the signs. You see Toledo. You go through this and that, depending on which route you go, 75, south, whatever. I've seen the word Benton Harbor. We never stopped there to urinate. We never stopped there to get a bag of chips. And my mother was old school. She packed as Yogi Bear say, a picnic basket. So we had canned Faygo Pops. We didn't have bottled water like that back then. She'd bring containers of water. But I remember, because I'm 53, of the stories, I don't remember living it, but I remember the stories of my mom saying they could buy gas, but because they were black and looked black, she looked like a white woman. Oh, and I got stories to tell about her. my father almost, because they thought he was black. He was black. I mean, he was straight up Latino, but they thought that he was a black man with a white woman. So he caught extra flack. It's a wonder he didn't lose his life by the grace of God. They didn't understand that my mother even got asked by state troopers, and they weren't even speeding. All right. Are you okay, ma'am? Like, she's riding with a man against her will, because my mother looked very, very Caucasian. She did, to the day she died. She's probably in the grave still looking that way, because when she died a timely, not untimely death. But she said, because I was the last baby, and she said that they would have to change my diaper. They didn't have Pampers. She would change my diapers, and she had to carry, she knew what the deal was, to carry extra water to cleanse the baby, because they would allow you to buy gas, but you couldn't use their restrooms. Yeah. I remember getting called nigger, all that, being with my mom out and about. They didn't call her a nigger, but they say, little nigger girl, why is that nigger with that white woman? Oh, I got so many stories to tell. And she was black, but she sure could stand up for herself, and she didn't have to use curse words. But Morpheous, yeah, he said he wanted to fuck my husband in the ass. And like my son, who I told, who is a prophet as well as a pastor. And those of you, I give you hints, I leave you breadcrumbs. Look at the Christian channel. Some days I don't wear hair hats. I wear my own natural hair. And you can tell it's me if you really look close enough. I put my son's picture up for a little bit on Google+. I took it down because I just did it to be doing it, to see how many nosy people there was. But the thing is, you think I care? You think he care? I'm sorry. He fucked his son. His son is gay because he fucked him. Because that boy would not be wearing a head rag. He not Tyler Perry, and that shit he was doing was not funny, filming people and men in other bathroom stalls. So I'm going to talk about his ass. I want to talk about a baby calling him ugly. Like Boo Boo Kitty, my girl say, Donna, you just being too nice, because if a baby ugly, they ugly. No, that boy his is ugly as fuck. That's why I know that's his son. And it's not about looks. But since he said, I fucked my son, and the next that man has a very perverse spirit and a perverted nature. And he would like to fuck my husband. But my husband, if my husband was into that, knowing my husband, if he was gay, no disrespect to gay people, he would be the batter and fat elbow with them big ass hips. Bigger than mine. Look at my little hips. But this is the famous Macy's bodysuit my husband picked out. And it's on one of my videos, on these videos. Not the 354 that I got rid of, that I still got record of in my on one of my emails. But yeah, he wants to fuck my husband in the ass. And he's joking, supposedly, but he does. Because he's so perverse. He is so perverse. And people wonder why he fucked Michelle's daughter. He has fucked so many children. There are so many cases that I've looked up of his but the charges were exonerated. They were like, they don't exist. Okay, it was false, whatever, and nobody got in trouble saying that they lied on him. That he slipped through the cracks. I give Miss Prissy and Michelle big ups. That's why I got to put a bug in Miss Prissy ear. There's something she should know, that this nigga talking shit. She live in a different state. She pregnant, and she's so pretty as pregnant. I never said she was ugly. She got mad at me because that motherfucker is a shit starter. I was on B-Vlog's live chat, and I said LOL because he said her hair looked like a poodle, which is one of my favorite dogs because I have allergies, and I have to deal with dogs with just fur, not hair. And she got mad because that nigga geeked her up. But what's funny is I never went over there to fuck with this nigga. Real Game Radio? I Am LA, all that shit. I heard he talked so much shit about me. Really? Talk about me. I look 93 and 103. He's going to let me look 93 and 103. But like I told him, his dead mammy or his live mammy, I just got to look that up tomorrow at work. Is she alive? Because if she alive, I'm about to get in her case real thick, and I'm about to talk mad shit about that bitch. Yeah, if that bitch is alive, I'm quite sure once I go into that it's going to lead me into some shit about him when he was younger. I'm quite sure a motherfucker like that got a caseload that his mammy got on him because one of her boyfriends or whoever fucked him in the ass. So why he want to fuck, I'm not mad. Man, I ain't never mad like that, Morpheous. I'm not mad, and I'm serious. But since you want to fuck my husband in the ass, let's see who gonna get fucked verbally in the ass when I get finished with your mama's real name, her middle name, and whatever. But like I suggest, tell your mammy, get a black dress and walk slowly. Because they're not going to be able to afford, that family is poor as fuck. The state used to pay $250 towards a burial. Not anymore. So how they going to bury that bitch? They used to only, well, a person said, well, fuck it, we get them cremated. They're not going to be able to cremate that bitch. Just because you said you want to fuck my husband in the ass. Now, I love my husband dearly. You can't just fuck with me with words and get me mad and get me out my square. Like, he said he gonna fuck my husband. He said I fuck my son. See, what he can't understand, that I'm 53 years old. A lot of people understand, why did she tell her real age? Because I'm not ashamed of it. I'm not. Why can I tell that I wear hair hats? Because I'm not ashamed of it. Why can I tell this and that and show my face? Because I'm not ashamed of it. But he should wonder why. She's not monetized, and she just doesn't stop. That should make a motherfucker wonder. And I'm not a snitch, and I'm not an agent. But just wonder, motherfucker, why I do what I do. But I would never claim to living in Benton Harbor, but I can get in my car right now, one of our 3 vehicles, and get in there right now, and go up to Benton Harbor and call that bitch out. You think he gonna come? Michelle put him out. That's the best thing she could do. And Mike Mills wasn't lying. She do look like Brother Polite. She can't help it. Looks is looks. I ain't pretty. I ain't fine. I'm just a woman. Just trying to make it through the world and early retirement and open, and do my sauna, my spa, my life dream. Having my own business. But my supervisor's talking me into probably just doing it 2 more weeks. Claiming he don't have, you got somebody. Oh, by the way, anybody living in the state of Michigan, if you speak Spanish or Arab, you can get in the state just like that. Just pass the test. A lot of people are retiring. A lot of people are coming up out of there. You can get a job. Very easy. There's no freeze on that. POTUS said there's a freeze on government jobs, I believe. Not for the state of Michigan. They're looking for people. People are coming out on retirement and different things, having quote unquote nervous breakdowns on the job. But some have really had a real nervous breakdown because it's so much stuff you can view with children. And seeing children tore up. Little girl, excuse me. I have allergies and sinus. Excuse me. My doctor, when I went to, because I go to the doctor, they said the coughing comes from that. So just a little over-the-counter Benadryl solves that. And I refuse to take it now because I'll get sleepy and fall asleep behind the wheel because I don't do drugs. But the thing is, there's a certain amount of people that are really, really coming out on real being so-called, quote unquote, crazy. But the job is enough to make you crazy. It's enough. That's why when I do this, it's therapeutic. This bastard said that I fucked my son because this is what it is. When I see his mama picture, I'm posting it. Best believe I'm going to post his mama picture. Because if and it's not about looks. The reason why he can't get over that I have a 32-year-old son and a daughter that's 2 years older than him, it's funny he never said nothing about my daughter. He said, I fuck my son, and then now he wants to fuck my husband. That's supposed to hurt me. It doesn't hurt me, but it lets me know all these talk that he used to do, and he said he gonna fuck a man's daughter in her nose. I heard then, I said, he's a pedophile. Because I'm too experienced in what I do, and I have discernment, and I can hear what others can't sometimes. We all have that ability. Some haven't tapped into it. I'm not a metaphysical chick, but I have tapped into. I was like this born. My mother was like that, and my son is too. That's why and they so cool. They said, Donna, I seen you. You seen me where? They'll call me on Google Plus. I saw you on blah, blah, blah channel. I said, well, here it's called blah, blah, blah channel, but it is the same network. Yeah, you was on the front row. I saw you and your son. Yeah, he's very handsome, or he's a nice looking guy if it's women, or he gave me a good message. Matter of fact, I sent him a donation. I'm like, really? Ooh, the hat fell off. What that mean? The point is this. It's some people that know of me, and guess what? Because they real, it's some people here you wouldn't even believe that live in Michigan who have joined our church. And that's all I'm going to say. They've joined the church. They've joined the church, and my son is head over the flock. Because if he does anything wrong or does any misleading, the blood is on his hands and he'll go to hell. And when I tell him, my son doesn't like me on here, but he said, you're protected. He said, but when he saw L-Bomb, he said, oh, really? He said that we have sex. He said, does he know he has cancer brewing in his body that's going to take him out just like that because he never went to the doctor for it? I said, where do you see the cancer at? He said, right here, right in here. He says, all up in here. He said, and he spoke on me and said that I have sex with my mother. He said, I forgive him in Jesus' name, but because that's how we choose to believe. He said, yeah, but he's going to answer for that. He said, because God knows you never have been a incestuous mom over me or my sister, or allowed any man to watch us that wasn't our father. And both our dads and our stepdad have been nothing but genuine and real and right toward us as children. So what he spoke against me as a man of God, because the Bible says, touch not my anointing, do thy prophet no harm. He said, I speak that towards him. And I told him his government name. He said, I speak that towards blah, blah, blah. See, I'm going to talk about you all day, L-Bomb. You trying to get me to say your government name, and you'll never get me for slander or anything. L-Bomb, Roach Dot. Just know, you talk, and what is this thing about me having a raisin booty? I don't care if my booty is big as a raisin or a kumquat or a little, oh, you say I drink, prune juice is very good. I love natural stuff. That's why my husband drinks Bragg's organic vinegar. That's why he doesn't have to take blood pressure pills and stuff like that. I just get water pills from my doctor because I'm a woman and I retain fluid. And I have a friend once a month. I'm not menopausal yet. And you ladies, like I said, please pray that I get menopausal. I just don't want to lose my sex drive. Because if I do that, I feel sorry. I'll just be layered like daddy, just do it. I want to be an active participant. Morpheous, close your ears. But anyway, thank you, Morpheous, for coming over here. God bless you. But yes, he's a fag. And it's no disrespect to nobody that's gay. He is a fag, a renowned fag. And he's a perverse fag. It's one thing to be homosexual. And that's why I don't agree. Because I know people in my family and in my inner circle. They are homosexual couples. But guess what? They don't molest children. So please, people, stop that stigma because somebody's gay that they're going to molest the children. It's the one that's quote unquote, that's not gay. They're the child molesters. There are few people that are gay that do it, but not all. These are people that, because of the way they choose to love, they want to raise children, and they make some very good parents. And now it's so sad. It's coming to the point that it's so many children, but they're making certain people, even so-called quote unquote straight people, jump through hoops. And these children are getting put in foster care where they're getting molested. A young lady that was brought up in foster care in Washington, D.C., in our church, almost killed the person that she let come in her house. You know why? Because she has an anger problem. Because she was gang raped, she was molested, and she was beat as a child. Beautiful woman. Beautiful. But like my son told her, he said, you know, if he die, you will go to prison. He said, and I'm going to tell what I know. Because what you did was not right. And she started crying. It was going to be a birthday party for her little baby. It is still going to be. I'm not attending. Not disrespect to her, but I've talked to her too much about her anger problem. I'm 5'10". I got on flats. She's so short. She come up to here. I bake her cakes. I do everything special, little things for her, because I know as a child she missed out, and she's so pretty. She's so pretty. It's not about looks. She's so pretty. She landed a man that took her on with 5 kids because she's beautiful. Call him a simp, whatever. But a lot of men, I don't care if they older. I ain't taking on no woman with no 5 kids and she just had a baby that's about to turn 1. How many men, do that? That's nice. I mean, nice looking man with a great 6-figure job. How many men do you know will do that? Yeah, MGTOW, MGTOW would love that. That's what I'm talking about. Well, a lot of y'all talk. Let me shut up because I ain't about to go there. Because I finally made a response on one of this guy's channel. And I'm not going to go there, but it's like my subscribers, the rate went up. And I'm not going to say anything bad about him, but it makes me feel, it makes me feel like those guys, like, why? It just like makes me see why. That's why y'all feel like that. Because why are young men in their 30s approaching a woman in her 50s saying, hey, baby, what's up? I say I'm 53, I'm married. But hey, what that got to do? But if I was single, they tell me, just from talking to them, or my spiritual sons, they'd rather talk to a woman my age. Number one, they claim that we can't get pregnant. A lot of us, they think we can't, and we can. Some can't. And excuse me while I pick up this hat. And number two, they say an older woman know what she want, which we do. We ain't going to hold you up. If I want vanilla, go get me vanilla, nigga. I ain't gonna lie. I want vanilla. Number three, we just keep it real. We keep it trill. And that's what's going on. I feel sorry for the young people that are unattached, because on both ends, the men and the women are both saying, where are the good men at? And then there's women my age who never been married, and they feel like they're failures because they feel like if I ain't been married by 40, I'm a failure. A man or woman does not validate you. Oh, you so blessed, Sister Donna. You done had how many marriages? But when I tell them how that came about, the last 2 marriages were marriages, but the second one, me and my ex-husband, we were just too young. We weren't supposed to. We just brought a wonderful man in the world. The first marriage, we brought a wonderful young lady in the world. The third marriage, 4 of our babies died. It just happened like that. The point is, this marriage, to me, is the true marriage. And until death do us part, we're going to stay together, regardless of the thick or the thin or the bad, better or for worse. We are going to stay in it, and we're going to do our vow renewal. And I'm going to put some little clips up here and make L-Bum. But L-Bum might be dead by then. I just have a feeling he's about to die soon, or he'll be in prison. But just know prison is in his near future. Somebody said I look like Jamila because she goes by being a witch. Well, if you think I'm a witch, then say I'm a witch. But I don't think me and Jamila look alike. And she's not a bad looking woman. And I'm not going to speak on her like that. I don't know her like that. I don't know if she said anything bad about me. And words, sticks and stones may break our bones, but words never hurt us. But Morpheous, God bless you, man of God. I just said man of God. I don't even know why I said that. Just know you in the right place where you should be right now in your life. Never beat up on yourself, and know that still voice that you hear is God. And you are a man of integrity. You're a man that has a lot to offer. Excuse me. In the next month and a half, it's something that's going to happen supernaturally, nothing bad, to show you that you are loved. And it won't be by a human. It'll be supernatural. It's something that you're anticipating, that you've been going through. I know I sound crazy. Forget these people. I'm talking to you. It's something you've been going through. But in the next month and a half, there's something that will get answered. And there will be no other way to explain it but God. Whether you tell me or not, I don't need to know what it is. I can't see what it is. But it's something you're going through that you keep into yourself. And I don't blame you. You can't tell people, especially on social media, your business. You don't know who's your friend and who's not. They're not really friends. Some people are really cool And they can keep secrets and everything, but they come quite few and far between. But there's something that you've been waiting and wanting, and you feel like it's impossible, a month and a half. If you feel like sharing it with me in a month and a half, just send a smiley face, and I'll know. Confirmation. So I won't know it, think it's my flesh just talking, but it was the spirit and not a demonic spirit. But something you've been wanting that you've been waiting on. It's an answer. Something that you've been wanting. It's something, I don't know what this thing is. I know I sound crazy to some, but it ain't for them, it's for you. But it's something that you've been going through that nobody knows. Maybe it's somebody you trusted, one or two or none. But it's something you've been going through that's going to get answered in 1 month and a half. God bless you.